With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario Tennis Power Tour. In the last video we arrived here at the Island Open, and in this video it's time for our first match. So, all we have to do, stand in these circles. Are you all ready to go? Yep. And the matches will get underway. Elroy and Tori will finally take their places, as will, should just call him Red. And, well, Dweezil and Minx, they all take their places as well. So, yeah, we're at the top left corner, facing Chaz and Mel. And that's a little annoyance I have with some games. Tournament ladders. It's way too often in games that in tournament ladders, you'll either be the very first players on the tournament ladder or the very last ones. Like top left or bottom right. The last Mario Tennis Power Tour is one of the games that suffers from this, because we're at the top left. I like how Super Smash Bros. Brawl does it in its tournament mode, where you'll just be placed at a random place. I like that. But this is Sky and Clay versus Chaz and Mel. So let's get this underway. So, I've been spending a lot of time lately playing Inazuma 11 2 Blizzard. I have to say I have been loving that game to pieces. Like, I'm supposed to be doing a playthrough of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, as I think I've told you about in my LP before. But as I said, I'm literally doing one play session every few weeks because I'm just spending too much time on the internet. Inazuma 11 2 is exactly what I needed to take me off the internet for a bit. I really appreciate that. It's great to revisit the old formula, and I already know that this beats the original game, and the original game was a smasher. As I've said before, Inazuma 11 games are not a possibility for LPing. I don't think I'm gonna ever manage DS. Recording audio would be a bit weird. I mean, maybe I could make DS LPs if I were to pay some money into this whole project. But as things stand, I'm doing LPs for free, and if I was gonna spend money on LPing, it would be to get a Wii capture card, or Wii U, or something like that. Not just spending it on more things that would make emulating better. But yeah, there's just one little story I have to tell you about Inazuma 11 2. And that's because I went into Game Station to get it, went away from college, because Wednesday's my half day, use that. Good. Yeah, Wednesday's my half day, so I went away from college to go buy it for £15. And so, there it is on the shelf, still there for £15, in the display case, with the £15 sticker on it and everything. And so I take it, I go up to the counter and there's two people. One is a woman wearing a Zelda themed shirt, seemed friendly. The other was some drongo who's probably never touched a Wii remote in his life and just really didn't want to be at work that day. Like, basically his line of thinking when getting a job, I like Xbox, I should work at a game shop. Don't work that way, bud. You've got to be good at service. But yeah, so Inazuma 11 2 is a DS game. So I hand him the display case. I hand him the display case. He starts looking through the 3DS shelf, trying to find a DS game. Haven't you noticed that DS games in Europe are quite a good bit thicker? I mean, you've got the display case right there above the shelf, but now he keeps flicking through the much thinner 3DS games. I can't find it. I don't know if regular DS games were in that drawer or not. I should have said, really. Because instead, he just went into the back, came out with an Inazuma 11 2 cartridge, an instruction booklet, put it back in the display case with the £15 sticker on it and everything, and just gave it to me. Now I have to fear that I don't have an official box. I mean, whoops. Inazuma 11 2's box art's nothing to write home about. The original Inazuma 11 had a great box because it sparkled when you tilted it. not a big fan of the box art of Blizzard or Firestorm, but I still want a real box because I'm a collector. But no, not gonna happen apparently. It could still be a real box, but nowhere in GameStation did it specify that the game was second hand. So I do fear that I've got a second hand, well, no, I do fear that I've got a display case instead of a real box, but what matters is that I've got a real cartridge and I am absolutely loving the game to pieces. Like straight after I was about to say straight after I finish this recording I'll be going back on it, but that's a oh, stop using that! Yeah, that's a lie, I'll be going to watch Coronation Street instead. Whoops! But yeah, slider shots, duels. So, with Wii U launch games, I've been saying that I'm definitely getting Scribblenauts Unlimited, and if I have some spare money, then I would get New Super Mario Bros. U. I've changed my mind on that a little bit. Instead I'm saying I'm definitely getting Scribblenauts Unlimited, and then if I have some spare money, which I will because Press Association owes me over £200 now, and they still haven't paid me for my work yet, they can't do until next month. Oh dear, I don't know what's taking so long, but it is taking a long time, and so by this point they owe me over £200. But yeah, I'm now saying that if it's cheap enough, I'm going to be getting an eShop exclusive called Puddle. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yeah, it's basically a rip-off of WiiWare game Hydro Venture, or as you Americans get to call it, Fluidity. I think that's a better name than Hydro Venture, but whatever. Yeah, it's basically a rip-off of that that's going to be on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and Wii U. And oh boy, I've never got the original Hydro Venture, so I've got to make up for it by getting Puddle. And if it's an eShop exclusive, surely it's going to be cheap. So yeah, I'm actually excited for a game called Puddle. That just doesn't sound right, does it? I can't wait for Puddle. There was sure a lot of puddles today. Raining hard. Hard, because I'm a rapper. And I stick the word hard in random places, even if it's very unfitting. Yeah, I fly so hard. If anything, flying hard would make me fly slower because there's extra weight. But I don't care because I'm flying hard. Hard like a brick wall. I don't know. But yeah, if I get New Super Mario Bros. U would be the third in line choice for a Wii U launch game. If I am owed over £200, then it's possible that I will be able to get all three. But I want to spend this £200 getting Pokemon White version 2 and a GameCube Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll end up talking about it in videos because I'm having to come up with a lot of things to say in tennis matches now because this isn't like a ranking match. It is just best of 3 sets, win 2 sets to win the whole thing. The Island Open matches are best of 5, so you have to win at least 3 sets. And so matches here are going to be a lot longer. Basically, episodes from now on are just going to be 1 tennis match per episode, because they're long. Yeah, very long and punishing. Like, I feel like I've been rambling on about Inazuma 11 2 for ages, which abbreviates to IE2. I find that humorous. I mean, nobody uses Internet Explorer 2 now. But yeah, like, I've been saying all this and I still haven't covered the whole match. Like, I'm fearing now. I really have to come up with something to say. Don't expect daily videos because I'm yeah, I'm gonna need things to say. So yeah, and I haven't been getting time to make daily videos anyway because college has eaten up a lot of time, as have wikis, because I've just become an administrator on the Robot Wars wiki, and so yeah, I still get time to make LPs, but not as much as I would like. but we have the advantage, so this is match point, allowing me to shut up. Come on, let me win now. Come on, we've done it. I can let go of we didn't let a single game past us actually level up to Clay, then level up to Sky. One level up each, sounds fair. Oh, come on. Control and serve, speed and top spin. That sounds good to me. Mel and Chaz can now be chosen at the character select screen. Well, ain't that charming? So, Dweezil and Minx beat Sass and Chet, Willy and Sherry beat Oscar and Bob, and I was so confident, girl! Elroy and Tori beat Leon and Peter, no! How could I lose, etc. And we're going to be facing Dweezil and Minx in the next round. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm basically going to have a look around the venue myself for any interesting pieces of dialogue, and then I'll show all the interesting ones, so see you then. Alright, I've done my scouting. There's only one line to show off of significance. Wait, I didn't see these people before. Okay, they weren't there before. Don't know why it's changed. Guess I'll talk to everybody. Thanks for that.
I don't care. I don't doubt Elroy and Tori are a tough team, but Willie can beat them. We Costello brothers know our brother and Sherry's teamwork are just as good as Team Elroy's.
And you? It doesn't bother us Willie one bit that he's up against last year's finalist, Team Elroy. In fact, he's probably stoked just to have a capable opponent for a change. Yeah, when I was doing my scouting, there was a guy down here saying that Leon and Peter didn't score a single point against Elroy and Tori, but he's not here now for some reason.
You know this Willie kid?
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Man, they say he's the youngest brother of the Costello brothers, so there's no denying he's got tennis in his blood. But Fletcher is way too excited for him to just be well-bred. He may end up being big trouble.
We'll have to keep an eye out then, I guess.
Win in the second round. Now then, hold its neck is the final. I'm sorry, Elroy and Tori were my kids. I know you thought it was playing Dweezil, but don't give up.
No, I wasn't planning on giving up. So yeah, nothing else to see down here. So now let's have a look at the central plaza, shall we? Here we go, down here. And all I want to speak to is you.
How about an Empire potato? Or an Academy sandwich? A factory burger? The Union ramen is also very tasty. Union's the same as always this year. It'd help if they had a star player, but as it is, they just don't shine.
Now I find that very funny because Empire is the team that I gave the stereotypical Irish man as a coach, and they just happen to be selling potatoes for their food. Well, yeah, humor is found.
Step right up, buy your special commemorative Island Open souvenirs. Get them while they're speaking, get them while they're hot. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
I like the little addendum at the end.
Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Well, yeah, let's have a look at the headmasters. It's only you.
Would you like to know why I'm sitting here in the Terrace Cafe all by my lonesome?
Do tell.
All the other schools have reps in the second round, so they've gone out cheering. I have no one to cheer for, so I'm here drowning my sorrow in a cup of tea.
Oh, she's being even more British stereotyped by having a cup of tea. Yeah, no one in there. In here, we've got Chad to talk to. My year's over. Well, the year may be over for all the Union players. Union can't win with those power shots, then we can't win.
Period. I specialize in the most lifelike dead animals around. Period.
So when I checked, there was no one in here, and there still is no one in there. So let's have a look in here. Just you.
I lost in the first round of doubles. I guess we never stood a chance against Dweezil's team. That doesn't change the fact that Factory's taking home the title this year.
Alright, so nothing to see in the infirmary, so now I'm going to take a rest in my cottage and see if that alters the dialogue anymore, so see you after that. Only in here would there be a little bit of chatter, but let's talk to everybody. Hi Willy.
The first round was like a practice match. It wasn't very satisfying. Round 2 should be fun though. Hellway and Tori were number 2 last year, so I'm sure they'll keep me entertained.
Confident still.
It seems that Factory Rocky team is actually happy to be playing us.
Yeah, another sign of his confidence.
Rubies are fearless. In that dumb kind of way, they actually think they can beat us.
Well, maybe they can. You don't know.
I've got nothing to fear playing doubles with Willy. Just watch us beat our next opponents too, even if they are Team Alright.
Well, we know we can talk to Minx.
You're Sky from the Academy. Nice of you to beat Chaz's team. My compliments. You two still don't know how terrifying doubles can be. We'll be teaching you that.
Now let's see if we can have the honours of talking to Dweezil.
Normally, I don't waste my time talking to rookies. Still, you've done well so far, so why not? We play each other next round, and your road to superstardom is gonna have to pass through me.
Well, we are going to pass directly through him in the next episode. See you then!